Good morning. It is a lovely Monday morning here. I'm on my way to work. Sometimes on Mondays I have it by appointment only since I don't have classes, and we're able to do that. I put most of my office hours on Tuesday, Wednesday, and then a lot on Thursday because I have a class that morning and a class that evening. So usually Fridays and Mondays are by appointment, or I work from home a lot. If I've got a lot going on that I need to get finished, that it'd be best if I went to the office to do it. And so, anyway, I'm trying to think what I was thinking about today. Something that I've been doing lately, and I think it's been very, I won't say liberating. That's kind of not really the word I wanted to use. It's cutting people. Not cutting people with a knife, but cutting people that are out of your life that may not, have a positive impact. If they're not benefiting you, if they're not positive, if they're toxic. And so that's what I started doing this weekend. I started going through my, contacts and seeing who, does this person benefit me? If it's neutral, then it's just fine. I don't really care. But how are they benefit to me? How are they overall? Are they take more than they give, or they, so, and same thing on social media. I've been kind of just removing people from my wall or my friends list there. How are they lifting me up, or are they bringing me down? For example, you see those people on social media who always have a complaint about something. They always complain about their kid's school, or they always complain about something that happened to them at work. They complain about politics. And it's to the point that, and we all complain, but it's to the point where every day there's a complaint. Every day the school did something wrong to their child. Every day, yada yada. And so I'm starting to learn to just remove those people, and which I'm sure their feelings are hurt. Yeah, right. But and of course, those people usually say, if you don't like what I post, then scroll on by or delete me. So I'm choosing the delete me option because I really don't want to see that anymore. And I'm learning, as I do that, it's kind of like a weight lifted off my shoulder. Same thing on each of my social media sites. It's, I've started blocking friends, not really friends, people's numbers that will text. I usually don't go as far as blocking, because usually they get the hint if you just kind of start backing away or giving one-word answers, and finally they just kind of fizzle out because they realize, And so I'm starting to, every so often I have to go through this, because it feels like it's sort of like in your home, and you gather junk, then every so often you just have to go through and declutter your house. And then after you declutter your house, you have this greatest feeling of peace in your, because you have a house that's not cluttered up, it's clean, it's organized and tidy. And I feel like sometimes we have to do that with people in our lives. And so I think this weekend I started doing that, and throughout this week I think I'm going to as well. And that's something I think everyone should do every so often, even if it's family. Sometimes, of course there's close family, there's immediate family, and extended family. And sometimes there's extended family that you can just be like, I love you, but you're not positive influence in my life. Well, some people get mad. Well, you don't have to tell them. You just have to, don't just ring them up and say, hey, you're a negative influence, bye. Then that's kind of rude. Unless you want to start that kind of drama, then maybe you're the negative influence on someone's life. If you would be the type that would just ring up somebody or text them and tell them that. But you can back away. You can remove them from any kind of social media account, or even ignore them. If you don't want to cause any, just ignore them on there. You can put hide, or you can just put, don't see their posts. If you don't want to go through the drama of having to explain why, because they will see it eventually, because usually people like that will look and see who's liking their posts. They'll look and see who can see their stuff, and then eventually they'll see your name with an add friend there, and, well, why did they do it? Or they'll start looking Well, where's Jason's post? I haven't seen Jason in a while. Then they'll look you up. Trust me, those people are bored. They'll look for you. They've been looking for everybody. And so you can put hide from post if you want to go through all that. But usually I just go through the whole thing of just deleting. Like if I'm not really a close acquaintance or a family member, that's what I usually do. The other way, if there are family or if they have been closer, or they're a coworker, then I'll just hide their post and go on with life. But yeah, even family can be kind of toxic. I don't have anybody right now, in particular in my family, that's I can think of right now as being toxic. But you might have somebody. I've had to do that in the past, just like distance yourself because they're just not in a good place, and you don't need them to bring you down. I don't know why that was just on my every so often, and you feel like again when you're at your house, you just see all this clutter and just build onto you, and it aggravates you. It gets at you after a while. Then finally one day you just burst out and you just start decluttering your home, throwing things away that you thought you needed to keep, and finally you just start throwing things in the garbage. And that's I do that with my life every so often. You don't have to make a post. That's one of my pet peeves when people say, cleaning my friends list. If you're reading this, you made it. Then you're just trying to attract attention and drama yourself. No one has to know what you're doing like that. You don't go through, make a post on Snap or anything. If you're seeing this, you passed the first round of me trying to clean my friends off my list, whatever. And then, or make one before you do it. I'm getting ready to go through and delete people. Message me if you think we should, and tell me why I should keep you. If you're going to do that with me, I'm not going to message you. If I have to explain to you why you need to keep me on your friends list, then obviously we're not friends or need to be close. So again, you don't have to make a big deal about it. But again, on social media, I won't do that. I might have done it 10 years ago. I'm not saying it's, I'm Mr. Innocent, and I don't do. I have done that before. Again, like I was probably 10 or 12, 15 years ago. I did stuff like that, but then I look back and think, wow, I was stupid. Why would I post it like that? I like Time Hop because it'll let you see how you were 10 years ago on social media, how you were. And some of those I'm thinking, Lord have mercy. I was even in my 10 years ago I was 31, and I was still posting stuff like that. I never posted anything vulgar and dirty, or cussing people out or things like that, but just goofy stuff. It's like, why did I do that? Why did I think people wanted to know that? But anyway, I just, don't feel ashamed for just, decluttering people from your life. You'll feel much happier. You'll feel bad for doing it because you're a good person. You're a very nice person. Good people feel bad about things like that. Read the book. It's by Dr. Laura Schlesinger. It's called something to do with land sharks. I've read the book, and I've also got the audio book. I think it's on Audible too, maybe. I don't know. Surviving Land Shark Attack. I read that. I remember, it's probably been about 10 years ago since I've read that book. And it spoke about how there are land sharks out there. They don't know they are. They don't realize they are. But they kind of devour nice people. And so sometimes you might be one. I might have been one a few times in my life. Again, I'm not, holier than thou. I might have been once. But reading that will help you, realize about yourself. Are you one, or who in your life is a land shark? Again, Dr. Laura Schlesinger. If I remember, I keep saying I'm going to link these things in the description, and then I upload videos and never do it. Hopefully I'll remember this time to link that book, probably from Amazon or something. And I'm not getting any proceeds, so I'm not trying to sell something for me to get money. I don't even know how to do that. I've seen people do that to where they can, what's that called? Where someone on social media will send a link. If you buy it, they get like a certain percentage of whatever. I don't know how to do that. I haven't really I'm sure I could figure it out. It seems something simple to do, I just haven't taken the time to figure that thing out. But yeah, I won't get anything from it. I just think it's a good book. And even though it's older, it's not. I'm trying to think how old it is. But she's been around for quite a while with her work, but it's still pertinent to today. And that, that goes along with, again, one of those words I can't, distancing yourself from certain people. It all goes together like it. Co-workers, family, friends, so-called friends. Even sometimes friends. Sometimes you need a break from certain friends because maybe they're going something through their life that's causing them to unknowingly be harmful or toxic or be negative and bring you down. And some people don't realize they're being negative. I've had people do that before, and I've seen them apologize because they finally, when pointed out, I don't go around pointing out people, but someone has either pointed out, and I've seen them apologize for how much negativity they brought, into a group of people or whatever. And so, yeah, it's good to do that. It's not good to be negative. It's good to kind of distance yourself or take a break from a friend like that. Let them go through what they're doing. Let them go through what they're dealing with, or ask them, if they're a close enough friend. And I've had close enough friends where I've pointed out and say, hey, you've been really negative. What's going on? I can tell something's going on because you're just not yourself. And sometimes they don't realize it. That's where I've had it. I've had them realize that, like, oh, I didn't realize it. I'm sorry for if I did that. And I'm like, it's okay. I know we all go through things, but what's going on? And then they poured their heart out. Blah, 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 blah. And sometimes they just need that one person to ask them. And so, and it's like popping I watch pimple popper, like when you pop a cyst or whatever, a pimple, whatever. Getting all that pressure out is very pain relieving sometimes for them. And then it helps them heal and go back to their normal self that you know that they are. But then sometimes it's like me, I'm not very good I'm a good listener, but my advice sometimes isn't the best, so I really try not to do that too much. But yeah, if you're going through something or you need to build yourself back up, being around another negative person who is going through something probably isn't the best. I know they say, oh, we'll go through it together. United we stand, together we fall. So you need to be around someone who is up there. Now, if you're that negative person, don't go around a positive person and try to bring them down and spill your guts unless they ask. But work on yourself. So, and I think it's what I'm doing right now is, and I feel so much better afterwards. Usually when I do this, you just build on so much that you forget. And now I'm talking in circles, repeating myself. So I think it's time to cut this one off. So anyway, that's just my road ramble for today. Had nothing to do with any of my employment or students or anybody in particular. I just, it's good to distance yourself from people every so often. Focus on yourself from time to time. I have one that'll say, well, that's selfish. No, it's me. Sorry. If they do that, then maybe it's time just to let them loose because they don't understand. And they're very, very gimme, my name is Jim kind of people. But anyway, I'm getting close to my exit off the interstate here at work. But thank you for listening to me spill my rambling for the day. Oh, my thumb is all over the place. Have a good one.